Hey guys, my name is Ashley Smith and I am a Star Diamond coach with Beachbody. And I wanted to talk to you today really quickly about how to get your coaches started right. So, whether you're on my team or you are stumbling upon this video and you're on another team, then hopefully this will help you. But these are just some things that I do to get my coaches started right so that they are on the right track, that they feel supported and know exactly what to do from the beginning without feeling too overwhelmed. I truly believe that starting your coaches off right is the key to success, the key to keeping coaches, and the key to really creating an overall, just a good team culture and a good relationship with your coaches. So, one of the first things that I do when I have somebody sign up with me is I have them tell me, obviously, when they get their coach. What's it called, confirmation email. And so once they've done that, I go and I check and make sure that they're in my back office. And then what I do is I create a cute graphic and I add them to the team page. So I have a couple different team pages, but I only add them to my own and to my upline. That way they have, a bigger page to get resources from, and then also my own team page where I can keep in touch with all my personally sponsored coaches. And so I create a really cute graphic. I add their name. I say, welcome, new coach Natalie, or whoever her name is, or his name, with my logo on it, a picture of them, or if they have a family. Usually I try to kind of find a nice picture that lets then everyone see who they are and maybe a little bit about them. Maybe they have a daughter or a son or kids, or they're married, something like that. So I add them to the team page with a picture. Okay, then after that, I tag them in or not tag them, I'm sorry, I add them to a message thread. And that is a place for me to consistently keep them with my coaches. I did not do that at the beginning when I was very new to coaching, but I started to do that about 6 or 7 months in when I started to really have some business builders. And I think that really changed the course of the success of my coaches. They felt really supported by not only by me, but also by other coaches in our organization because they could really quickly pop in and ask a question, get it answered, and then move on. And so, sometimes I'm not available all the time, 24/7. I've got a 4-month-old here, as you can see, and so I add them to a message thread, and there they've been developing relationships, asking questions, learning from other people, even if they're just a fly on the wall. And I always tell them, hey, you can turn off the notifications if it stresses you out. That way, you don't get overwhelmed. It's just a place as a resource for you. Okay, so then moving on from there, you're going to add them to whatever resource folder you have. So if you're not on my team, then this may not be something that you do, but for the Inspiration Crew, we have a Google Drive. And so you want to make sure that you add them to that, whether you send them the link or whether you actually send them the link or you add their email for them. And that allows them to get all the resources. As a new coach, it's extremely stressful to be thinking about all these graphics and all these groups and things you're going to make, and you don't know what to do from the beginning. You don't know how to make a graphic or what it should look like and all that kind of stuff, even down to scripts and all the things that you can need as a new coach. Those are all in that Google Drive. And so I make sure that I add them in that they have those resources, and I let them know that, this is a place where I've created all these different documents. People on our team have created documents. So before you get stressed out and before you, come to ask a question, try to go look in the Google Drive and see if you can find what you're looking for, because most of the time it is there and they can find what they need really quickly. Okay, next, you want to add them to their Coach Basics. So whether it's something that you do online, whether it's on a Facebook group or another external site, then you're going to add them to their training. So for my team, we add them to our Coach Basics training, and it's on an external website called the Dream Team website. And you add them to the link. They're going to create their own username and password, and they're going to be able to go through the 21-day new coaches training. And so day by day, they're going to be able to learn about what it means to be an Emerald coach, what Success Club is, how to be successful as a coach, what kind of post you should make, how do we build this on social media, every single little thing that you need as a new coach that you think about, oh my gosh, I didn't know any of this. That is where they learn it, is on the new coaches training. So you want to make sure to add them to that. And if you have a problem getting your coaches added there, then just tag your sponsor or ask your sponsor and they should be able to give you the link. So that would be me for any of my coaches watching this right now. Okay, what else? After you add them to all these things, after you add them and get them ready in their Coach Basics training, what you want to do is set a deadline to talk to them. So say something like, hey girl, I'm so excited that you're starting your new coaches training. I really want for you to get started this week so that next week I want you to reach back out to me when you've gotten to day whatever. For me, I say day 3 because it's around the time of when they finish making their coming out post to say that they're a coach. And I always make sure to kind of give them examples. I show them what I did when I became a coach and how I shared with the whole Facebook world that I was a Beachbody coach now. And so that's something that you can do. You want to try to give them a deadline so that you don't just give them all this information and then they're sitting there with like, okay, now what do I do? I've got all these resources, but what do I do? So make sure that you give them some kind of deadline, some kind of concrete day for you guys to come back together and talk about all this. You're going to talk about all of these different documents you've given them, all the different resources. And in addition to adding them all this, just send them like a little note, whether it's an email or a Facebook message. What I do is I let them know, hey, I'm so excited that you've joined our team. Here's a couple things. So first, I'm adding you to our team page, and I tell them the name, The Inspiration Crew. This is my team page where I will be checking in and giving you guys all kinds of helpful tips and resources. I also tagged you in Team Inspiration, which is my upline team, and I tell them this is just a place mostly for resources. Use the file section, and you can also just listen to some of the threads as questions are posted and answered, and you might be able to learn from there. And then I also tell them that I'm adding them to a message thread, that feel free to turn off notifications, but that this is just a place to quickly get your answers, your questions answered. So if I'm ever not readily available, they can ask there, and most of the time someone's on to be able to answer their question really quickly. And that just creates a little bit of, just kind of brings the bar down, the barrier down for them to be able to just chat with some of the other coaches. Everyone is so supportive and welcoming. And then I just let them know I'm attaching your new coaches packet. And in that packet, what I talk about is exactly what I just shared with you. I tell them that, these are some of the things I've added you to. This is the link to your training. I give them also the link to the Google Drive that they can click there. And then I also just kind of give them some tips on what to do. If you think about a new coach, if they're not really, big posters on social media, then a lot of this stuff is new. It's like they don't know what to do. So it gives them some ideas. Post 3 to 5 times a day about things like this. Don't post things like this. Do post things like this. So I give them a list of like do's and don'ts for social media. And I kind of just give them some ideas of what they could be doing. Start talking to friends. Start adding some new people on Facebook or on Instagram. Just start kind of expanding your network, and I give them some tips to do so. So sending them a new coach packet or a new coach email is extremely helpful with getting your coaches started right. And then one of the last things that I want to talk about really quickly as you're getting your coaches started right is something that I've had a lot ask me, and they're kind of like, I don't know what to do first, or how do you do this, how do you do that? And so another one is purely apps. A lot of new coaches need help with what kind of apps are good. How do you make your pictures look like that? So I give them a list of apps as well that I like. For movies, I like Pick, Play, Post. You can make a collage. Sorry, my son is like gnawing on my finger. He's teething. Hopefully you can still focus to what I'm saying. But I give them a list of apps. So Pick, Play, Post is a great video app where they can do collages of their videos. iMovie is an app. You can also use the computer for that. And then I give them some picture apps. WordSwag is great. You can put pictures over or quotes over pictures and it looks real professional. Photofy is a great one. What is Rona Design has some really nice like flowers and stickers they can use on there. And I just tell them about a couple, and then I also tell them about 2 computer apps that they can use, PicMonkey and Canva. Canvas without an S at the end. So that's a couple things that I do as far as getting my coaches started right. Basically, you really want to make sure that they're involved. Yes, give them all the resources that they need. Yes, get them in their Coach Basics training. Most of all, though, you want to make sure that they're supported. Be there for them, even if it feels like you've kind of got to walk with their hand, and help them hand by hand. That's okay at first. You want to be there to support them. Make sure that they're getting plugged in where they need to get plugged in. Hook them up with a success partner. Most likely you'll have one already. So hook them up with somebody who they could go through their goals with and, eventually start hosting challenge groups with. And then also make sure that they know how to start posting on social media. Help support them. Get them involved in the team pages so that they feel like they've got some people who can support them, on their journey as they're making this big, scary step to become a coach way out there in public on social media. So the more support, the better, and it will really, really help them to feel confident in their new journey. So before he starts freaking out. I hope that helps as you're learning what to do with new coaches. Really just get them involved, help them learn how they're going to help people, and get them supported so that they can start hitting Success Club and start paying for their Shakeology every month. Tell them that they only need to help 3 people a month and that you're going to help them. You're going to help them learn how to reach out and how to share and how to post and everything that they need to be doing to share their journey to inspire others, which is in turn going to bring in people that they can help and people who are going to bring in, new people into their network, new people into their challenge groups. And it just really raises that boost of confidence. So hopefully that helped. If not, comment below and I will give you some more ideas. But I will, underneath this video, I'll post some ideas of some of the things that I say to my new coaches as far as like a little quick welcome email, and some of the other little tips and things that I give them, like a new coach's packet. I'll give you some of the things that I do in there. So I'll make sure to post that underneath this video. I hope that helped. Good luck to you and your new coaches.